Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Konosuba video, and in today's video I'm gonna tell you how you should gear your unit. If you go to the smithy, you can craft weapons and accessories for your characters. They make your character stronger depending on what they do. They buff certain elements. Um Pretty much what you're gonna build weapon wise varies on your team, obviously, because only certain characters wield certain weapons. Like Cosmo only wields a sword, while Wiz is gonna have a staff. So the end goal is pretty much just build up your weapons. However, like, oh, let's say you have a thunder character, you just get spark sword, then you work your way up to the thunder sword, and then eventually you will go all the way up to the last two. The end goal for weapons is normally the last two, for every branch, just because they give the biggest buff. um, for the most part, obviously you're gonna have to look at it, because certain staffs like this, they still are the exact same. However, spheres have different abilities. Like this one covers HP per action, and this one, you absorb damage taken, so it does vary. However, for the jewelry list, it is a bit different. So for the jewelry list, what I would recommend, obviously when you're first starting, like I did, I just made magic and power rings off rip, just so they had something. But what I recommend, since it's the easiest to farm, is farm up these earrings. They give you a 24 defense and magic defense boost, and resistance against the element that they are. As you see, I have 5 fire, 4 water, and then in this video I'm going to make 2 wind, because the boss right now is wind. The reason you make 5 is so you have 5 characters on the team, so if you're fighting a boss that has 1 element, you can kind of just cheese it in a sense of only having resistance for that 1 boss, so you take less damage. Obviously this won't work for every stage. In those stages you're gonna have to grab, like, let's say if there's poison or haze or seal or bind, I'm gonna grab those instead. I don't recommend grinding the yellow border ones, which is the 3 stars, just because it takes a while to get these, and there's 2 different variations. The top one is power defense 45 and magic defense 23, and the drops are reversed, with a bit more magical defense. If you notice, you don't really want to have to build 2. Unfortunately, the 4-star ones, which is the rainbow one, they focus on power defense over magical defense, which does suck, but they do give a pretty solid boost. So if you can grab these if you really want to. It's gonna suck because if you run into an enemy that is, like, for example, the fire one, if you run into an enemy that is a magical fire enemy, you're gonna get a very small boost, which is less than even the normal earrings. That's why I recommend these ones first, and then eventually you can upgrade it to the big 4-star ones. They're gonna take a little while to do, heads up, but rule of thumb, grab 5 of the fire, the water, the electric, the earth, the wind, the light, the shadow, the anti-poison, the anti-haze, anti-seal, and anti-bind. Once you have 5 of each of those, you can go ahead and upgrade them, and you'll pretty much have a answer to any boss that is difficult or potentially challenging. That is what I'm going to work forward. I don't know if I'll fully make all 5 before I get a chance to start making these ones. This is like very end game stuff, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like I said before, weapon wise, you kind of just go up with what you use, so it is a bit more straightforward compared to the jewelry set. At the moment, there are certain weapons that don't have elements, such as the spears only have water, electric, and wind. They don't have fire or anything like that. I'm sure those will get added over time, but if you can, at that point, just grab these 2. If you don't know where to get these, most of the 4-star weapons that are at the end of their list are obtained via Arena or obtained via the Goddess Shop. Man, I am yawning a ton. Anyway, as you can see, you can only grab 1 in the Goddess Shop, so Unfortunately, your whole team isn't going to have them at the moment. You're going to have to grab a weapon that is lower down the list, but they still are the best weapons. If they get refreshed, grab them again. You can grab 2 of the quote unquote weaker ones, which is right here compared to this one. You can only grab 1, so only 3 of your characters will have the big weapon at the end. 1 with the very last one, and 2 with the one before it. But more than likely, your team isn't gonna focus all around a sword user. But just in case there's 3 of them, you can make use of them. And that'll pretty much be it for the video. My bad for yawning. It is pretty late for recording this video, but I wanted to get out because this is good to know. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more Konosuba content. I'll catch y'all in the next one.